Brett Okamoto on the ground in Las Vegas, UFC 320. We're here with light heavyweight Khalil Rountree, who of course faces Jiri Prochazka, main card, T-Mobile Arena. And man, I remember talking to you ahead of a title fight against Alex Pereira. It doesn't feel like it gets bigger than that. And yet when I listen to you talk about this fight, I can see it kind of written on your face, like this is big to you, man. Like, why is this fight so big? I mean, if I'm reading this correctly, it's you have bigger emotions going into this one than maybe you even had against the title fight.
Damn it, my poker face is not as good as I thought. No, it's a big fight, man. I just like Alex, you know, I took Alex seriously. I take Jiri seriously. You know, he's a former title holder. You know, he's a strong guy. He's built for this, and I just needed to make sure that I didn't get too ahead of myself and stay prepared for this matchup.
And you know, we're talking about it off camera. You're going to stay with your coach, so you're not. It's a home game for you, but you don't want to just wake up in your own bed, and you want to have that little bit of change in mentality. You've had plenty of home games. You're here from Las Vegas. You're 6-1 in Las Vegas, but I didn't realize it had been so long since you had fought at T-Mobile. Yeah, I mean, that just didn't occur to me. And plus, that fight was one of the more wild results of your career. That it was kind of the energy was focused on the other guy, Okamoto, and then you had that huge, incredible win. How much are you looking forward to just getting in T-Mobile?
You know, I thought that I would be a lot more excited to fight at T-Mobile in my hometown and stuff, but yeah, I'm kind of nervous, really. Yeah, it's like it's a hometown thing. Like now, after the Alex fight, you know, more fans know who I am. You know, like so I'm gonna have more fans in the arena this time. You know, so there's a little tad bit of like nervousness, but it's good because that just reminds me that like I care. You know what I mean? Like I care, and so yeah, it's cool. I'm ready for it.
You said that leading up to this one, you eliminated some of your creative outlets and re-channeled that into fighting. What did you mean by that, and why?
I would say like not just for this fight, but like in general, I'd say like my past 4, 5, 6 fights, I could get really lost in my creative hobbies, whether it's like graphic design or recording my own music just for my own, you know, for myself, clothing design, anything that I feel like requires, you know, creative energy. Because I started to realize like the more I focus on my training and the more dedication and time I put into my training and my recovery, I'm getting closer to my overall goal, which is becoming the champion. So I just, when we're here and, you know, top 5, it's game of inches, right? So I just, you know, I tried to channel it like, okay, maybe I can just, you know, start to use my creative energy in my training so that, you know, I still feel like I'm myself. And that's what I've been doing. Yeah, just trying to look for new creative ways to set up strikes or grappling or whatever, so I feel like I'm not, you know, letting myself down.
Well, another thing you mentioned is that you've been sparring with a lot of different styles and a lot of different varieties, and I just wonder, like, did you feel like maybe creativity was lacking in your game? I mean, you're known as a very technical fighter. Did you feel like you maybe needed to add some creativity, or was it that wasn't the intent behind it?
No, I don't think it was ever like a feeling where I needed to add creativity to my game, because without my coaches, I'd probably be one of the most creative strikers in the world, because it would just be, you know, I'd just be making up all type of stuff. So, yeah, I've got great coaches that keep me like, no, this is what we're doing, not that. So yeah, that wasn't the reason. Yeah.
The puzzle that you're going to have in Jiri, do you feel like you want to be thinking in this fight? Like, do you think you're going to be trying to figure him out, or is it just this is a feel type fight? Like when you get out there and you're flowing with it, like what kind of fight do you envision, and what's going to be important, and how this goes?
I wouldn't be smart to not think. You know, I've got to think, but I also have to feel. It when we're going against the best of the best, when the stakes are so high. You know, I've got to factor in a lot of different things. I can't just rely on one or the other, and that's my job, and that's my that's my mission and my puzzle is try to really figure out how to create a healthy balance between the two and come out with the win.
I mean, your plan is going to stay the same, I'm sure, but Carlos Ulberg did do what he did over the weekend. Does that enter your consciousness at all as you're trying to say, hey, I need a title fight, a win would be great, obviously a statement would be even more great? Does that even enter your consciousness after what happened a couple days ago?
I'm going to be honest. It started to creep in the beginning because I watched the fight live. And I had to take a step back because I wasn't feeling so good. You know, I feel, in a way, it's like my ego was challenged a little bit, you know, and I started to get these feelings that for me, I looked at myself and I'm not okay with that. So the overall, what came out of that at the end is I'm happy for Ulberg. That was a great performance. I was thinking about it was in Perth. So all the Anzacs, it's cool. You guys have somebody who's solid, waving your flag, and just channeling all the positive energy, all the good things that came from him. Cool, take that. Mm-hmm. Whatever it provides you and your future and your path and your career, whether it's a title fight next or whatever. I took all my good energy and I just whew, and then that was it. Yeah. I'm not thinking about that anymore. I'm focused on what I need to do, on my performance, and leave all the other stuff up to to the matchmakers and to the company. Mm-hmm. And whatever is presented back to me, then that's my fate. That's my destiny. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, makes sense to me. My final question is, this kind of stuck out to me after your last fight in Baku. You said that you went into that fight and it was almost like a psyche or a theme, self-defense. That whatever reason, when you walked into the octagon that night, you were thinking self-defense. What do you think you're going to be thinking in this fight? What's the theme? What's the key words?
Be present. Yeah, just presence. Really, I think me being a present fighter in this matchup will be really good for me.
Yeah, well, it's a huge night for you, huge night for the light heavyweight division. It's a home game for you. Excited to see you go out there in T-Mobile instead of the Apex. Not that the Apex isn't great and you've had great memories there, but T-Mobile Arena with all your fans, excited to see it, man. Best of luck.
Thanks, Brett. Appreciate it, man.